speaking of school, you've got some pretty legit looking diplomas here, Dr.
See, kid approved. He even likes it. So my GoPro's been doing some really weird stuff. It's been not recording sound for the first couple of seconds, and then it recorded about, I don't know, 130 pictures in a macro for some reason. So I've tried to fix a lot of this, but in case you see some goofy stuff going on, that's what's happening. Leaves starting here at the sidewalk, and I mean, it's not real thick coverage. There's still enough. Got a ground rod here we're gonna have to blow around. Got a hole in the fence right there, so they might slip out of there. Like I said, it's not too bad. Here's a piece of trash. It's not too bad, but it's enough that we could do something with this. So we're gonna pretty much blow them all the way down there, down by the trees, and then we've got kind of a little more open-ish area to get them. And I'm guessing probably what we can do is I have an attachment, but I'll do this on another day. And it's got a curl on the end of it, so you can stick the blower by the fence and then come out like that. So I think that's what we're probably going to do. But let's get started. Eager to see if it starts. I haven't really started it for a couple of. I think I did have this running like a month ago, just to have it running. I think before that, first time I used it might have been this summer. Runs like a champ. Really quick, I just want to add that a lot of these leaves are kind of frozen to the ground, so if you don't see every single leaf popping up, that's why. It's just because they're just stuck. I think today's temperature was like 18 degrees. By the time I got out here, it was a little bit warmer, so it was like 25 or something. And in the sunlight, it felt pretty warm, but that's what's going on here, in case you think I'm just doing a really crappy job. Alright, so what I'm doing here, something I want to point out, is that if you've never really cleared leaves before like this, one of the big things you want to do is you want to keep the tube moving. So, you know, one guy that I've watched quite a bit is the Lawn Juggernaut. He's a real great guy to watch, and he does a lot of good leaf cleanup videos. But one thing he does, which I don't usually do that often just because I don't know why, I just don't, but is he'll kind of move the tube in a circular way. And what that does is that always kind of disturbs the leaves, kicks them around, gets them up in the air so that they start moving me. I usually just go back and forth. Sometimes I go up and down. I've tried doing the circle thing, but it just, for me, it's just awkward. So usually I just wave it left and right and kind of slowly move it back and forth, up and down. So anyway, another thing I want to get to is that after you make a giant pile of leaves, kind of like what's going on here, is to get the pile to move, you're gonna have to like move it in sections. So right now it's too heavy for the blower to move all at once. So here, as you can see what I'm doing, I'm just kind of zigzagging back and forth, and this way I can get the majority of the leaves to go where I want. And if you put a tarp in front of it for the leaves to catch on, it doesn't really work the greatest, because usually it'll blow the tarp, and sometimes the leaves go over the tarp, and it kind of works. But yeah, this is just what I normally do to get stuff to move. And you know, if you ever get leaves stuck to the side of the building, one of the things you can do is you can actually blow on the building itself, and it'll cause a backdraft and cause the leaves to curl backwards, so you can get stuff pretty cleaned up. This doesn't really work on a chain link fence, obviously, because you can blow straight through it. But if you have like a privacy fence, you can blow on the panels themselves, you know, the individual panels, and it'll blow stuff back at you, so you can get stuff out of tight corners. There's a lot of cool tricks to blow on leaves, honestly. I mean, you'd really think that all you gotta do is just put the tube at the ground and blow, and you know, that's all it takes. But it's not the case. So anyway, back to it. The leaves blown where I needed them to be, and I can clean them up later this week when I'm bored. There's a couple in the other department that I'm going to walk around and kind of blow through the fence, just because I don't want to leave stuff in their grass. That's pretty much it for this video.